Hello, everyone. It is Saturday Night Live. Yes, it is. How are you tonight? Tell me about your Saturday. What are you grateful for this Saturday Night Live? That's what I want to know. I want to know what you are feeling. What is going good in your world? What is making you feel groovy this Saturday night? Here at the end of week 60-61. Week 60-61. You're at the end game here. Yes, you are. And I'm grateful to have you here. Grateful to have you here live tonight for the show. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. Dazzle, that means it's treat time. I'm just saying. It is treat time. It is great to have you all here live. We're broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube tonight. So if you have any problems on Facebook, you can hop right on over to YouTube. It is great to have you here. What are you grateful for this Saturday night? We had a nice flow of customers. The day was gorgeous. I smell fire pits and stuff outside tonight. People doing stuff like that. The birds are chirping, and things are good. Is Dazzle a bird chaser? Does Dazzle look outside at the birds and be like, why are they chirping? I don't know why that just comes to me right now, but I hear birds chirping in the background. The birds are chirping tonight. But I am grateful to have you all here. We're basically not only knocking week 60 and 61 of this out of the park, but we are knocking half of March. Gone. This is the 15th, people. Half of March is in the books. Half of March is out of here. Yes, it is. And we're grateful to just be knocking it down again. In More Money May. More Money May. This is how we do it, people. This is how we do it. We're marching right on through May. You know, this is good. I am feeling good about it. So, and I hope you are too. I hope you are feeling good about it too. Tonight. Let's get started tonight. Let's get started with the Good Morning, Good Night book, as we get started with every night. Let's start with the Good Morning, Good Night book and see where we're at here tonight. Tonight, if you're following along in the book, we're on page 128. 128 in the Good Morning, Good Night book. Good morning. Your worst fears about yourself only need a drop of attention and sunlight to grow quick and wreck your whole shit. Clear away those weeds. Take the time to harvest your strengths and your joys. Water and sunlight to the best in you. To the best in you, people. That is your good morning. Yeah. Don't do the doom scroll of Facebook. Don't do the doom scroll of Facebook. That's what it's talking about. Let's get started here. I gotta say, vision, our quote from Simon tonight, vision is the ability to talk about the future with such clarity it is as if we are talking about the past. Vision is the ability to talk about the future with such clarity it is as if we are talking about the past. And that is how we move forward. That is how you grow a company. That vision is how you grow your way out of this. I got to admit, a younger me didn't fully understand that because I was in the here and now. In the here and now and dealing with today's problems and the problems of today. But vision is where all the problems and all the challenges you face are in the past. You're living beyond them. Okay? You have grown beyond them. And when your mind is in that frame set, when your mind is thinking that way, there is nothing you can't accomplish. When you see the finish line, when your vision sees the finish line, when you're holding the flag, the championship, when you're wearing the gold medal, when you are doing that, nothing can stand in your way. Nothing can stand in your way. I tell you, it is amazing. Well, as the virus and masking takes center stage, that continues center stage, I needed to bring you up to date on a few things. There's some important updates that we need to talk about, so that you need to be aware of. It looks like a complete about face for the CDC. And really, their message is catching up to the science. And why is their message catching up? There's a lot to this with the CDC. They have been abundantly cautious, okay? And there's a lot of good with that. There's a lot of good with the caution. And quite honestly, they wanted more people vaccinated. And I can't blame them for any of that. For months, research about COVID-19, and this I'm reading you tonight from the New York Times. For months, research about COVID-19 has pointed to two encouraging patterns. First, the underlying virus that causes COVID-19 rarely spreads outdoors. Second, and even more important, fully vaccinated people are at virtually no risk of serious disease and only a minuscule risk of spreading the virus to others. But the CDC, which has long been a cautious agency, and caution is good, has been unwilling to highlight these facts. It is instead focused on tiny risks that are smaller than those, say, from taking a car trip. The CDC's intricate list of recommended COVID behavior has baffled many Americans and frightened others, making the guidance less helpful than it might have been. The other day, the agency effectively acknowledged it had fallen behind the scientific evidence, even though that evidence has not changed in months. The CDC overhauled its guidelines. It said fully vaccinated people could stop wearing masks in most settings, including crowded indoor gatherings. The change sends a message. Vaccination means the end of COVID crisis for individuals and ultimately for society. If you're vaccinated, you can safely get together with family and friends, mask-free. You can nuzzle your grandparents or your grandchildren. You can eat in restaurants, go to the movies, and attend religious services. You can travel if you're vaccinated. COVID joins a long list of small risks that we have long accepted without upending our lives, like riding in a car, taking a swim, or exposing ourselves to the common cold. Evidence-based and bold. The announcement also sends a message to the unvaccinated, who the CDC emphasized should continue wearing masks in most settings. Life is starting to return to normal, and a vaccine shot in your arm is your best protection against a deadly virus. It's also the best way to protect your community and the rest of the world. And the long vaccine waits and difficult sign-up procedures are disappearing in most places. Some experts have praised the announcement that they have stopped making enemy of the very good. Okay, they're making perfect the enemy of the very good, and this is a step in that direction. I hope other doctors have said that I hope the updated guidelines incentivize more people to get vaccinated. Other experts, rightfully so, are worried that encouraging vaccinated people not to wear masks might cause unvaccinated people to shed them too. Of course it will. The so-called slippery slope argument is a common concern whenever health authorities lift behavior restrictions. But history suggests that it's often overblown. Many are arguing that the change is leading to safer behavior because people will have confidence in the CDC guidance if they believe it is driven by science versus politics. In the months ahead, the COVID risks will not fall to zero. And it's important to remember that. But zero is not a realistic goal. And the freezing of normal life has brought big costs of its own. Children who are not learning, parents who cannot return to the workforce, businesses that cannot rehire the workers, and millions of people who miss everyday forms of human companionship. When COVID was raving out of control, these costs were nonetheless smaller than the alternative. With vaccines widely available, that is no longer the case. The CDC has not fully shed its caution. And you still should wear masks and remain physically distanced in some circumstances. Some of those exceptions, like nursing home, hospitals, and homeless shelters, probably make sense because people in those settings are vulnerable. The rationale still for airplanes, public transportation, etc., is less clear, and the CDC has not offered a public explanation against those yet. But given the unique role that travel has played in this pandemic in spreading the virus, a little extra caution with travel is not beyond comprehension. It will not last forever either. Yes, the other day's About Face showed that while the CDC may be slow, officials there take their mission seriously and do not enjoy being out of step with science. So that is a good thing. That is a good thing. And some good information. Here is an update of what the big guys are doing. And this matters because as state restrictions fall, you have to decide as a business owner how much of an uphill fight you want to fight on this. Okay, you have to decide. Oh, there we go. All of a sudden, I'm getting comments. I wasn't getting comments before. Hello, Kitty, Adele, Vina. I'm glad that Adele. Yeah, many states are still under mandates, but I am getting information that most are going to make announcements this week. Governors were blindsided about this announcement as we were, is what I am getting from the governor's office. Okay, in New England. They were as blindsided by this. They were not expecting this from the CDC. So everybody was sort of like, whoa, okay? This is a good thing. But as these restrictions drop, and as the state restrictions drop, it's going to be very difficult. You're going to have to decide whether you want to be the police, whether every time you hear the bell that your door is opening, whether you want to tense up and fight an argument on masks. That's really part of what you're looking at here. And whether you want to fight that fight versus if you believe in it and you want to continue wearing a mask, that's fine. Or have a sign that masks are encouraged. That's fine. But I think, personally, we're going to be fighting an uphill battle. And to update you on what the big guys are doing, here is an update. Target, Macys, and Starbucks are saying they're still going to mandate masks at this time. This is I got a long list here of what retailers are doing, and it's not an organized list. Kroger has also said they're going to do it. Walmart, I covered last night, is not going to do it. Walmart is not as Bed Bath & Beyond is still reviewing its policies, but it added that the company would continue to align its COVID-19 protocol with local, state, and government health and safety guidelines to create a safe environment for both staff and customers. Home Depot has not updated their policy yet. Walgreens is reviewing. CVS is reviewing. Gap has not said. Publix, the supermarket chain, is awaiting additional guidance before implementing potential changes. Dollar General has not updated yet. Ulta is assessing the implications of the new guidelines. The beauty giant said it would continue to enforce mask and social distancing protocols until our assessment is complete and we're able to share more. The big other one besides Walmart that has fallen, the other two big ones, and this is big, is that Costco and Trader Joe's say they will not require masks. They will not require masks in areas that do not require them. Hey, Kathy, great. Congratulations on 25. Congratulations, Kathy. So, yeah, the big new one. So you have Walmart, Costco, and Trader Joe's saying absolutely will not require it. And really, it's about making your staff and you the mask police when restrictions drop in your area. And that's going to be a real uphill battle. It's going to be a real uphill battle. I don't want to sugarcoat that for you. And, you know, you got to do what you're comfortable with. And remembering that you are the governor of your store. You are the governor of your store, and you can make those decisions. But I don't want to put you or your staff in a tougher situation than you've already been in during this. And with that, you know, just take it one day at a time. Your decision for today doesn't have to be your decision for tomorrow. But this week ahead, we'll likely see many, many states drop their mask mandates. Their mask mandates will drop this week. And Dell mentioned Michigan dropped this morning. So, yeah, you're going to see that over the next week. Governors are going to drop that. Even in areas that have been very cautious. I mean, Trader Joe's and Costco have been early ones in the mask mandate. Costco wouldn't even let you in if you had a medical excuse. They would not allow you in their stores. So this is rapidly evolving. That's all I can give you is the information that it's rapidly evolving. And you got to make a decision on what you are comfortable with as the governor of your store. And know that, again, you can change that tomorrow. You can change that tomorrow. It's okay. It's okay if you change it tomorrow. You have to be good with it today. You have to be good with it today. Are you looking for a romantic evening out in a maskless world? Are you looking for a romantic evening out? Well, you could find that you could win a romantic evening out hosted by Nugs, the plant-based chicken nuggets. Will give a lavish 4-course dinner for two atop one of the Target red balls. Yes, one of the Target red balls. You can win a lavish 4-course dinner for two on a table set above one of the red balls in front of your local Target with Nugs chicken. I wish I were making that up, but you know, during this pandemic, you may be hard up for a date night, not know what to do, where to go, where to celebrate your 25th store anniversary. You know, on top of the red ball at Target, Kathy, that's what they're saying. You know, it's classy, it's romantic, it's something. Are your employees happy? Half of employees would leave for this big of a raise. Half of employees would leave for just this big of a raise. How big a percent do you think it would take to get half of your employees to leave? How much could you pay them to leave? How big of a raise do you think it would take to get half your employees to leave? Any guesses tonight? Think about that for a second. How big? And I got to say, it's more than it was the last time. So, which is actually kind of a good thing. Although this article doesn't quote the previous rate, but $1 per hour. Well, that's in some cases that's right, depending on what your hourly wage is. It would take just a 15% raise to get 49% of employees to leave their jobs, according to a survey. For 15% of employees, it would only take a 5% raise to leave their jobs. Obviously, employees who are looking will have a pretty good chance of getting an offer because of the current talent shortage. As wages continue the pressure on wages to rise continues. But 15% would do it. Tomorrow, folks, tomorrow, as we kick off week 61, 62, tomorrow is Selfcare Sunday. Yes, Selfcare Sunday indeed. That is the day every week. We set aside Selfcare Sunday so that you can take care of you, so that you can refill your pitcher. And you're going to need a refilled pitcher to make it through this week. With all the government changes coming this week in many parts of the country, you're going to need a full pitcher. I slept in today. Hope maybe I can get to do it again tomorrow. You need to recharge. You need to take Self-Care Sunday is the symbol. Self-Care Sunday is the symbol of the day each week you take to recharge during this marathon. This marathon is not over. We're just entering a new chapter. We're entering a new chapter as we start week 61, 62 tomorrow. And you need to take time to recharge. Sunday's just the symbol, though. So if you can't do it on Sunday, do it on Tuesday. Do it on Thursday. Do it a half day Tuesday, half day Thursday. But take time each and every week to recharge. I slept in today, so I guess that's almost half a day. And then I took a few hours at my desk, probably half a day at my desk, and half a day off. And I'll probably do that again tomorrow. Good luck with I usually avoid Mondays and Fridays for computer things, Kitty, but good luck with that. That's why I like being on the cloud where the server's their problem. And I just have to plug in a computer. That is what I like about the cloud. So take Self-Care Sunday, take that time to recharge, and I've got an amazing recipe of the week. It's the recipe of the week from our friends at the New York Times Cooking. Hummingbird cake. Look at that. Hummingbird cake. We're going to add that to the Resale Strong cookbook. Yes, we are. It's not a complicated recipe. Hummingbird cake is this week's recipe of the week. I think you're going to really enjoy it. It gets added to the Resale Strong cookbook. It'll be in the NARTS private Facebook group within the half hour. It'll be over at narts.org/resalestrong or narts.org/resalestrong by noon tomorrow. narts.org/resalestrong is the whole Resale Strong cookbook. All 61 weeks of this, okay? It's all there, all the recipes, dinners, desserts, appetizers, drinks even. They're all there in the Resale Strong cookbook. Don't miss it. You got to tech doing it with an appointment with Resale World. Then you'll be fine. You'll be fine, Kitty. No problems at all. Your upgrade will go smooth. Smooth as the frosting on hummingbird cake. You'll be able to sit back and eat your hummingbird cake while it happens. Just saying. But then your store will be supercharged to move forward. And just make sure your backup is set up right, and that they test that. You want your backup doing well, because that's the number one thing. But congratulations on that. You know what else you can find over at narts.org/resale strong? Everything I talk about, everything, all the files, the reference points, everything I talk about goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. They're all there, all the files, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and yes, you can ring the bell. Ring that bell so you know when a new one drops. Yes, you can. Hey, Jennifer's joining us. Great to have you here, Jennifer. You can also share narts.org/resale strong with everybody you know in business. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. We're here to help everyone make it across the finish line. Yes, we are. I am here every night at more 8 than ish live in the Narts private Facebook group. That's where you find me. Live here at more 8 than ish every night Eastern in the Narts private Facebook group. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com. Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. If you were not here at the top of the program, hey, Sarah, great to have you here. If you were not here at the top, our good morning tonight is good morning. Your worst fears about yourself only need a drop of attention in sunlight to grow quick and wreck your whole shit. Clear away those weeds. Take time to harvest your strengths and your joys. Water and sunlight to the best of you. Our good night tonight is good night. Doubts may grow as shadows loom when you're alone with your thoughts. Plant, music, art, pics of the ones you love in the darkest corner. Harvest the fruits of your daydreams and rest. Water and sunlight to the best in you. Yes, don't do the Facebook doom scroll. That's what I'm telling you, people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will get together in person. We will party together. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night, where I'm going to be early. I'm going to be early tomorrow night. Probably more 6 than 8. Probably more 6-ish than 8-ish tomorrow night. I'm going to be early tomorrow night, but I'm still going to be here. But until then, and until tomorrow night, know that you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great night.